Hello and welcome. Today I will be showing you how to pull the entire HTML code from a specific web page. Now this is a great start into web scraping, which is the act of pulling information from the web so that you can use it however you want to use this information. In later videos I will be starting and doing a series of web scraping. So keep an eye on my YouTube channel and please do subscribe for upcoming videos and more information on web scraping. But for now, we're just going to be pulling the entire HTML code from a specific website. In this case, we're going to be using Google, the Google search engine. So let's get started. The first thing you need to do is you need to maybe do a pip install of the Beautiful Soup module and also of the requests module. Now these are two separate modules. The Beautiful Soup module is one that's used for actually pulling information from specific web pages, and the requests module acts as like a connector to that web page. So after you've done a pip install of the Beautiful Soup and then another pip install of requests and then restarted your Python shell, we're now ready to start the code. So the first thing you need to do is, the first line is to install the Beautiful Soup module. So if you type in from BS4 import Beautiful Soup. Now BS4 is the latest Beautiful Soup module. It's gone through several upgrades and iterations, and so BS is Beautiful Soup and 4 is just the name of this most recent upgrade. So once that's been imported, you'll also need to import the request module by typing in import requests. And in this case, I've given it an alias as R, so wherever R is referenced in this code coming up, we're calling the requests module. The next thing you need to do is I've typed in a variable called webpage1 and I've equated that to https www.google.com. So I've given that the variable of the Google web page. Cool. So below that, if I've typed in R, which is our request module, .get, and then in brackets webpage1, we can now equate that to the variable page underscore info, and what this line does is it sends a HTTP response to the web page 1, which is google.com. So we can now check that HTTP response by typing in print page underscore info, and we can see what we get. So if we run this code, you can see here that we get a response of 200. Now the response of 200 is a good one. It means it's like, okay, we can access this web page, which is Google, and all is fine. There are different HTTP responses that are available. Another famous one is the 404, which is page not found. But this one is 200, so all is okay. The next thing we need to do is we can now bring in our Beautiful Soup module to then pull the HTML code from google.com. So if we type in Beautiful Soup, calling our Beautiful Soup module, and then in brackets type in page underscore info, which is connecting to google.com, then if we type in .content, we can get the content of the google.com page. Then if we type in comma and then in quotation marks type in html.parser, we can now use Beautiful Soup to run an HTML parser through the google.com web page. And so what we can do now is print the HTML code. So we can run it. And notice here that we get the HTML code from Google. So this is google.com HTML code. And this is a bit of a dump. It looks quite messy. It's very difficult to read, but the information is there, but it's not very legible. So we can actually improve on that. by using another function in Beautiful Soup. It's a really great function. I think it's actually probably one of my favorite functions. It's called prettify, and you really will see the difference. So if you type in page underscore HTML, which is our variable that we created Beautiful Soup in, and we run our HTML through, and if you type in print page underscore HTML dot prettify, and then we run it again, you'll see the difference. It looks so much better. You'll see here that we have a better laid out HTML code. It doesn't look like a dump, and it looks more like what you would see as the HTML code of the web page. And we can now test this. So let's actually go to Google. So what I've done is I've gone to Google, I've pressed F12, which pulls up this window here on the right in the web page, and this is our HTML code on the right. And what we can do now is we can compare to see whether we actually have the right results. So this is a really great check. So let's start with the top, HTML, item scope, item type, schema.org, web page lang en/gb. Here we have item type, http schema.org, web page lang engb. Looks all right. Looks like we have a pretty good HTML code. It all seems to be pulling correctly, so now we can just go back to our code. And there we have it. We have pulled the HTML code from google.com, and we've managed to check to see whether it's correct, and it is. That is it for this tutorial. It's a very quick one. It's only a few lines of code. I really like this sort of short, sharp codes tutorial. I mean, this is only, 6 lines, and it's super powerful. I mean, pulling entire HTML code from and connected to the web, really great introduction to web scraping. So please do subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this tutorial. There'll be more tutorials coming up on web scraping in the future, an entire series dedicated to it. And then please do subscribe and share this to someone who you feel may benefit from this as well. And I'll see you again in the future. Thanks very much for watching.